In today's video, I would like to talk about how to use Cognotik, the agentic AI platform, to search for a job. First, if you don't have it already, download Cognotik from cognotik.com, cognotik.com. There is a cross-platform desktop installer available for Mac, Windows, and Debian Linux. Yes, this is safe. Yes, this is safe. Open it. Install it. And then run it. When you execute the application, it will launch the main page. And the first thing you're going to need to do is go to User Settings and set up at least one API key. Cognotik itself does not provide AI services. It's an AI application where you bring your own API key to use it. This does give you complete control of the cost, and it allows us to operate it as an open source project. Once you have set up at least one API key, you can close that window, and we will use the chat cognitive mode for this demo. I like the haiku model for both fast and smart in most use cases today. The image model does not matter for this demo. For the working directory, we are going to select a directory that I have prepared with my resumes in it. Full automation and temperature point 2 sound good. Okay, next, select tasks. We're going to enable 2 tasks for this demo. The analysis task allows the AI to read in files and think about them or summarize them. We will use the default configuration. And next, we will enable the web crawler task. We're going to use the defaults except for processing method. For processing method, we are going to select job matching. This changes how the crawler prioritizes links and also processes pages. Next, review and launch. Here we have an opportunity to make sure that what we selected is what we wanted. Launch AI session. For our first command, we will say read my resumes and draft a search synopsis for an agentic job search. So first, the chat agent interprets our request and transforms it into a full task configuration, which you can see here. It instructs the analysis task to read in these documents and then answer these questions. The Run tab would normally show details about the processing, but in the analysis tasks case, there really is no details that aren't shown in the Output tab, which is about to pop up. And here in the Output tab, we have all of the information that the AI thinks is appropriate to pass on to the next phase. So now we can say, find me a job. will interpret this request and launch the crawler agent. Which then has a detailed configuration that it has distilled from the previous phase. And in the Run tab, here there's actually so many details that it has to link to an external page so that the host page doesn't get overwhelmed. In the sub page, you can monitor the crawl in real time. Each tab represents a page and shows the details of the summarization after processing. Once the Output tab appears, you know that the crawl has completed, and the Output tab will show some details of the best matches that it found, and also the remaining queue that it was about to crawl had it not run out of queue space or reached a termination condition. These links can be used to resume the crawl. If you wanted to resume the crawl, you could ask the chat for another search, perhaps giving it a particular direction based on what you see here. Now, over in the crawl details, many of these pages are actually quite valuable. They may give you details on particular companies and particular jobs that are not included in the other reports. The other reports can be found under the main session. Under the session menu, we see the Files menu. And here we can see our original PDFs, as this is the directory that we pointed our AI agent to. In addition, we have some transcript markdown files. These are in markdown format, which is common for software developers, but if you don't have a tool to view that, you can click this View as HTML link here to view the transcript in HTML form. This is a pretty detailed linear document that includes various details of the process of the task that it was executing. And there are collapsible elements in here with extra data. So there's quite a lot of data in the transcript. In addition, again under Files, you can see this web search directory. Web search has a lot of detail on every document it processed, and in addition it has the job matches directory. These job matches are detailed reports for every high scoring matched job using your stated requirements and skills and whatnot. And it even includes a cover letter draft. Now, I would not use this as a cover letter, but it's a good way to summarize and give you ideas. So as you can see, this has produced a wealth of information that is fairly high quality job leads. And this is with only one search and with the default setting of 30 pages maximum to process. I could up that to 100 or more if I wanted to wait for longer, and with a larger crawl you would get quite a bit more responses, because many of the pages in the initial crawl are processing things like indexes that provide good links but don't actually give you the actionable job matches themselves. One final mention is, do be aware that this is using AI fairly heavily for a web crawl and for other processes. So depending on what you ask it and depending on how much you use this, the cost can add up. Just something to be aware of. At any rate, I hope this tool helps you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.